show me you celebrate yourself showing up. I'm just like right there. Okay, come on, baby. I'm getting goofy. Let's do this. Let's do this. Fine. But that energy that you're giving out always returns back to you. It never returns to you. As you would know.
Hi everyone, welcome. Just trying to get this lighting together. So bear with me for a second as I try to get this lighting together.
It feels so good in the set of me when I first started knowing it.
Welcome to my channel. This is your very first time visiting with me. Welcome. Y'all return visitor, welcome back as well, guys. So today we're going to go ahead and jump into video number 2 where, where we're going to be applying the paint to create our faux granite fireplace. So give me a second. I think we still got a minute. Give me a second and I'll be right back. So yeah, just hang on just for a second. Get me
Okay, wait a minute. So I learned how to use my gift in a different and more effective way to the best of my ability. And then survey the land. Survey the land that I'm putting myself in. So I chose this field that you don't see too many of us in. Why don't I choose that field?
So yeah, guys, I had to give me something cool to drink, some watermelon juice. But guys, as I was saying, I'm just going to go over the recap from yesterday where we are creating on a friendly budget of $25 faux granite fireplace, right? So in the first video yesterday, we talked about and I showed you how I wanted to recreate the granite countertops that I had in my kitchen, and I wanted to recreate it here just so that it can all blend together. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Yesterday we applied the primer. Let me go over here. We applied the primer to the ceramic tile here and also on the flat board there. We primed it and I had to give it at least an hour to dry. So when we apply the paint to the ceramic tile, you know, it'll be able to stick. So if you watched the video yesterday, I did 2 coats. I did 1 coat online, and then after it dried an hour, I had to go back and apply a second coat just because the first coat is always really thin. So I did the second coat. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Let's go ahead and see who's in the chat, who is joining us today, so that I can show you guys some love. Welcome. Who do we have? Hi, Ethan. How are you? Hi, Tammy Costa. Hello. Welcome. So yeah, guys, I wanted to bring this demonstration to you guys, especially if you are wanting to recreate a space at home on a limited budget. You don't have to go out and buy. If you have the funds to do granite, but you guys know how expensive granite can be. And I learned this trick a couple of years ago, and I have recreated faux granite in my kitchen on my countertops in the last 5 years, maybe 5 to 6 years, and I learned this technique maybe 3 or 4 times. So it's really inexpensive to do faux granite and save you some coins. So yeah, I'm going to show you the paint that we're going to use because I'm going to have to come back later and I'm going to have to do the polyurethane. So let me just show you all my products. So you saw the video yesterday. If you haven't, go back and watch the video so it can bring you up to date where we are now in creating this $25 faux granite tile around my fireplace. And if you can see the colors with this, beautiful queen up here. You can see the colors are gold and black and a really cream coconut type of color. And then I have some green accents. So these are the colors we're going to use. We're going to apply the black. We're going to apply this gold. And we're going to apply this, what is this? This creamy chamomile color. It's almost like a off-white type of color. So these are the three colors that we're going to apply today. And after we do that, guys, once that started to semi-dry, because it's not going to take this paint long to dry, and then we're going to pop it with this polyurethane to seal in the paint, right? So it's very, very easy process. And again, if you make a mistake, you can always paint over it or put whatever. It's the only person that's knowing that you're going to make a mistake is you. So yeah, so don't be, afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to be creative. Let your creative juices flow and just do it. Find something in your home that you want to create. So I've taken $100 and I bought paint and other tools that to go with the paint, the brushes and all of that. And I'm going to recreate or repurpose 3 different areas in my home using that paint. So when I tell you that you can do a home decor on a budget, on a very small budget, and make your home fresh, make it pop, give it some freshness, some renewingness, it absolutely can be done. So I don't know if you can hear this in the background, but let me go ahead just so I won't get struck with copyright. So I'm going to turn down the volume on this TV that I was watching. So yeah, guys, so if you all are interested, you ready to get started, please double tap the screen coming in. If you have not joined the channel, please join or subscribe to the channel. Share the video with someone that you know is very artistic, very creative, love to decorate, love to just get in there, get their hands all dirty and muddy. We're doing things in the home. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to try to turn away where my big old butt is not into the camera. It's not in the camera. And also, guys, to apply this paint, you're going to need some type of application. Now, this is a sponge that I got at Walmart. I think it was like $1 or something, but you can get these little cheap sponges anywhere, or you can use any type of sponge. If you don't have this type of sponge, you can, I'm going to cut it up into pieces because I'm going to use 1 piece for my black paint. I'm going to use 1 application for my golden color, and I'm going to use 1 piece for my cream color. And sometimes you can cut it up in you can get as many pieces you want. I may end up using 2 for each paint. So I'm not going to make them that big. You're going to also need some glove because this is going to get messy, right? This is going to get messy. So I have 2 for my black, and I have 2 cut up sponges for my cream color. So who has joined us in the chat? Copper, hey Copper. Cooper, I'm sorry. Hey Cooper, Ethan, and Tammy. So yeah, guys, coming in, please double tap. You know how this algorithm works. But I have my 6 sponges already. I'm going to make this video. I'm going to put the camera where you can see exactly what I'm doing. But we're going to go right on ahead and get into it, because what I'm hoping to do today, after I apply my 3 colors, I'm just trying to get my clothes fixed right, child. I'm just a big mess. So I use these clothes over and over when I'm doing work, or I'm doing some type of makeover or painting inside outside. But yeah, let's go ahead, guys. Let's jump right into this thing so you all can see what I'm doing. So let me make sure the volume is up. Okay, the volume is up. You all can see. So, y'all, we're going to get right into this, creating this faux granite fireplace. So, if you guys did not see yesterday the video where I demonstrated in my kitchen, where I showed you the granite in there, it's really, really pretty. When people come in, they think it's real granite. But, girl, please, I'm not gonna spend that type of money on no granite, whether I can afford it or not. But if I can't fake it, not fake it, but if I can do it on a budget, and this only cost me $25 with the primer that I used yesterday, and the paint, the brush, the primer, and all was a little bit under $25. You also, guys, please, you're going to need your gloves because it's going to get messy and somewhere to throw all your stuff. And I also have my wet paper towel just in case I need to wipe off some mess. And I have my handy dandy towel that I use for all my, creations. So I'm going to go ahead and open my paint. The first application I'm going to apply to this tile is going to be my black. I want to start with the darkest colors first, going around this tile, and it's no, let me just demonstrate because I be running my mouth, child. You be like, girl, just do the stuff and stop all the talking. Gosh. Woo. Okay, let's go get into it. Baby, you watch my video, y'all know I like to talk, right? Yeah. So, let me go ahead and take a sip of my watermelon juice to keep me going. Good H3O. Okay, I think I'm going to start from my right and go around to my left. And this one little small bottle should be enough to cover this little small space. So, I have my little pan here, my little paint pan. And I'm just going to dab it. You can go, I'm going to demonstrate it. Make sure that when you do that, you go ahead, when you put it in the paint, go ahead and take some of that excess off. And I know y'all nervous for me, but don't be. I've done this so many times. I have not done it on the fireplace, but I have done it in my kitchen so many times, child. And there's no certain pattern. You just dab as you go. And you may want to go ahead and kind of blend it in as well. So, child, your family and friend gonna be like, girl, could you come over here and hook me up? See, I got some paint there. But not to worry. And you're trying to cover all the little white spots. And it doesn't matter if some of it is like darker and some is, it's lighter than the others. Don't worry about that. It'll all blend out. And like I said, this is why you need your white towel or some type of toweling. So when you make a boo-boo like this, you go ahead and wipe that up. Go ahead and take care of that. Because you don't want to be going back in repainting stuff. So just be careful and take your time. And welcome if I have not had a chance to speak to you because I'm demonstrating. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm going to go ahead. Make sure you dab that off. Go ahead and go all the way around. So just be careful when you get to something that you do not want to color. And there's no certain pattern that you can do or, that you're trying to do. You just going around your thing, tapping it with the sponge. And like I said, some of these colors will be darker than the others. That's okay. You want that kind of contrast. So don't worry about that, right? So let me just move on down the road so I can come over here. And you're going to need some kind of padding as well, guys. So, yeah. So, don't be afraid. Just do it. Don't even think about it. Don't overthink it. Don't try to come up with all these patterns and how you want to do it. Ouch. Just do it, right? So if you see me do it, is this an epic fail? Then it's my epic fail. But I've done it, like I said, so many times in the kitchen. I'm also, and I'm going to show a picture when I do a full reveal. I'm going to show you the picture because I also did it in my bathroom sink. So I also did a faux granite in my bathroom, in the whole bathroom. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and just get into it. And if you want to go back and make some of those color splotches darker, this is your project. You do what you want to do. Do it however you feel. Like I said, there's no certain pattern that I'm trying to come up with. I'm just dabbing it as I go. So I will stop in a minute when I get to do the other side, and then I will see if you guys have any questions. You can go ahead and put it in the chat. If you have any questions, if you're coming in for the first time, give the video a thumbs up, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, help your girl out. I'm trying to get to my 300. I'm trying to get to my 500, I say. So you guys help your girl out. And you know, like, girl, this look like a cow. It'll be alright. It's all good. So, and it don't take long either. So I may be able to do the polyurethane because this ceramic paint doesn't take long to dry. It don't take long to dry. And what you're doing again, you're just going around the perimeter of the tiles and you're just tapping. You're just tapping as you go. And you want to leave some white because remember we have 2 more colors that we got to apply as well. So keep that in mind when you're doing this, that we have 2 more colors. So you want to leave some of the white showing because those other 2 colors we're going to go in between that. Right? So I'm almost back to where I started from, which I should have started on this side to begin with. And I've only used just a little bit so far of this black paint. And you don't need a lot. Now, if you're doing your countertops in your kitchen or something like that, of course you're going to need more than 1 bottle. And if you want to do your kitchen, and you want me to, well, I'm not going to re-demonstrate that because I just did that. But if you want me to give you the quantity of how much you would need for your space, I can do that. So you can see, guys, I'm almost done with this right here. It don't take long because I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just going however my hand leads me and doing whatever it is that, that I am trying to do. So, you guys can see, I forgot to do this part going up. Don't overthink it, guys. Don't be scared and all that stuff because if you have your kitchen one like this and you have this, it's going to look so pretty. It's just going to play off each other. So when you have that same design over there, you got the same design over here. When people come in and they see it, they're going to be like, oh, that's what's up. I like that. That's what's up, girl. Who did that? Where you get that credit from? I can't tell you that. It's a secret. And then you can use any color that you want. The color scheme, whatever you're trying to make work with the colors or your furniture or a certain picture in your home or whatever. So you all can see, I'm done. It looks like a cow in this black and white speck. But this is what I'm going for. You can see that I have some white. You can see some white showing. And if you want to, you can take an extra dry sponge, one of the ones that we cut up earlier. And if you wanted to go ahead and just dab this, and that's another quick way to go ahead and get that paint acclimated into these towels. And you really kind of drying it off, if that makes sense. But doing this little dab right here will soak up some of that black that we just put down. So I forgot to share that earlier. It's going to make sense and it's going to look good when I finish, and then I show you the whole setup with my pictures on my wall, with the furniture and everything. So if you see something that you want to go back and kind of add some more darkness to it, depending on what you're trying to achieve, right? If you want more black, if you want more dark spots, or you see these little light spots right here, this pattern right here, where that's what I'm going for. You know what I mean? So if you want to go back over that, you can do that. And then you're just working really quickly. You don't have to even work quickly because, you know. But I would have to say you cannot do this process if you have not first did a primer. And the primer that I use, I have to go off camera to show you, or you can go back and watch video number 2. The primer that I use is the Kilts number 2 primer. It's a white primer, and this really just coats the towel, make it easier for whatever paint you're using to stick to it. So you cannot do this process or this step without using a primer or priming whatever surface that you're trying to do a granite, granite with. So if you guys have any questions, let me go ahead and see what you guys are talking about. You can see that I'm all dusty. So let me go get the kilts so that I can show you guys what I'm talking about. So you all just hang in there with me. And then I will answer any questions while I'm taking a quick break. So this is, let me see, this cooking. Thank you, Cooper. So this is the kilts right here. This is the kilts all-purpose primer. You cannot do any type of painting, or you're trying to do any type of faux granite without first prepping your priming your surface. So you got to do that. So that I've done that, I got to get some more gloves because I don't want to use the black gloves with the next color. So you can use one glove or you can use 2 gloves, it doesn't matter. So now that I've done that, guys, go ahead and start working with my second paint, which is going to be the gold color. And when I'm done, I'm telling you, it's going to make sense when I'm done, and it's going to look really, really, really pretty. It's going to look really good. Don't throw your black gloves away. Keep it just in case you have to apply a little more black, to some mixed areas, so. Don't throw your black gloves away. You may need it. You want to make sure you have your edges covered. You really want to make sure that you have your edges of what your towel or whatever surface you're working with. You want to make sure that part is covered. So I'm just looking at some stuff, and I want to just dab. Just go in there and just dab, dab, dab. Right? And like I said, there's no right or wrong way to do this. Get inside those little crevices. And you might get some paint on it, but you can go and wipe that off, or if you plan on painting it, then it doesn't matter. But if you are not planning on painting areas that you get your paint on, then you want to just be absolutely careful when you're doing that. That's why I keep a wet towel, so that if I get a little bit of paint, and this is water, this paint is craft paint, so I'm not even worried about that. Whoa, shoot. For my clean towel, my clean wet paper towel. Let me take those off. See, it'll come right off. I'm not worried about that because the paint that I have on here already, this white paint, if you get something on it, you can go and wipe it off. It's no big diggity. This is, you know, you get that paint that you paint your home and stuff with. It's, you know, it's the paint where you can, if you get something on it, you can just take a clean cloth and you can just go and wipe it off and it come off. So, yeah, that's all good. So let's go ahead and get into this second paint color, which is going to be my gold color. And I'm going to use this same exact pan. I'm just going to use maybe the top portion or the top corner. How many of these do I have? Oh, this was a set of 3. It is. My bad. It's a set of 3. So let me move that because I would definitely want to use that for another project. So let's go ahead. Make sure that you put your top back on. You don't want to accidentally knock that over. So these latex gloves have powder in it, so I have powder everywhere. So let's go right on ahead and get into applying my second color. Seems like it don't want to cooperate, it don't want to come out. Okay. So let's go ahead and start applying my second. It's a really pretty gold. And when you see that this portion over here matches that over there, it's going to be really, really pretty. So let's go ahead and get into applying. Let's start here at the bottom where we started and go to work our way up. And you're just going in those spots. You can cover the black if you want to. You're just going into those spots that are left available. You know what I mean? So, because, yeah.
Whoa, that looks so cool.
It looks so cool.
Yeah, it used to be white.
It used to be white and now it's another color.
Where did you get that spring from?
Bought it.
Oh, can I help you, Mommy?
No, because I don't want you to get messy. And like I said, this is the second sponge we have to kind of go ahead and soak some of that paint up. So I want to go inside the white spots that we left uncovered earlier. If it looks weird right now, don't worry about that. Don't get scared. Don't freak out. It'll all come together in the end, right? So don't freak out. Okay? I want to make sure that I get in this corner.
Mommy, look.
I want to make sure that I get in this corner, so let me backtrack a little bit. Janice, don't do that. Get up there. Don't do that in front of that camera. You want to help, get up here and sit. Don't do that. So I want to make sure that I get in this corner. I want to make sure that I evenly put paint everywhere, even in the corners. I don't want to forget my corners. Right. Don't want to forget my corners.
Mommy.
And that's the hardest part. They do have a brush that you can buy on an angle where you can get into these corners. They have a paintbrush for that. But I've been doing this for so long, I'm not even worried about that.
Mommy.
What's my white paper towel? Just go give me another white paper
It's
towel.
right here.
Go give me a white clean paper towel.
Okay.
So yeah, guys, don't be afraid. Just, you can see that it's starting to come together with the gold. And we have one more color that we're going to apply. So if you're coming in, guys, for the first time, give the video a thumbs up. Double tap the screen. All that good stuff. Double tap. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already.
Mommy. Does that help you to have the paper on?
I'll let you pour paint. So you can see that it's mimicking this picture that I have up here. This picture of this queen is gold. It's the same color that's on this fireplace. So when it mimics, so when it shines down or people see that, it's going to really pop and it's going to really look good. Trust me. Just give me the paper towel and wet it.
Okay. I have a paper towel right now, right here. But can I use that so I can get water?
My glasses on the table. Let's go in the bathroom and use the bathroom sink. Okay, let me go ahead and get this done then. So I can apply my second coat, my third coat rather, this is the second. Again, if it starts to look crazy, don't freak out. It's only paint. No one is going to know if you made an epic fail but you. You know what I mean? So, don't freak out, guys. Don't freak out if it's looking a little crazy to you. It's supposed to look a little crazy. Don't freak out. It'll all come together. Yes. I can go back and do it later, but I want to go ahead and wipe that off while it's wet. So like I said, I want to make sure that I get in these crevices. Right. So. I'm going to go ahead down the road to these corners. And I have not started to freak out yet. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more paint.
Mommy, what I'm supposed to do again?
On this. So I'm going to go ahead and finish applying the top, applying some at the top. Working my way to the bottom. If some places are darker than the other, don't worry about it. It's just paint. You can always do it over. You know what I mean? But don't freak out, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you have any questions, leave it in the chat. I will respond later, but I really wanted to stay focused and demonstrate to you how easy it is to do a faux granite fireplace for little no money. And I'm just going in between the white spots down here on the lower level. And I'm using my handy dandy sponge to just kind of soak up some of that paint as I'm moving along.
You have another sponge right here.
Okay, I'm cool with that. You guys let me know what you think thus far. You think you will try this for yourself, or you're gonna go and spend the money and back granted? But I'm telling you, go back. If you just go and peek at the video, you don't have to watch the whole video that I did yesterday, but go and watch the first, I think maybe 10 minutes, where I'm showing you what the granite looked like in the kitchen, on the countertops, and you will see how it looks, right? So, yeah. Look at me another paper towel.
Oh, what paper towel?
Yeah, a red one in the towel. So, as I'm working my way back around, I'm almost complete. I'm just going in between the spots. And like I said, there's no certain method. You just taking in your sponge and you are just dabbing it in spots that you see probably need to be filled or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So, ouch,
Daddy,
floor, honey.
Daddy,
Give me your wet one, Janice. You're definitely gonna have to keep some wet paper towels or a towel, just so if you get it on something that you don't want it on, you can go ahead and fix it while it's wet, right? So, where's that? This girl to put this paint, excuse me, y'all. She put this paint on the other side. So as I'm completing paint number 2, I'm just dabbing it in spots that I see that may need to be covered. Wanting to distribute it evenly. Right. Okay. Get here. What is it?
it's on the floor.
So I'm almost through with paint number 2. And I'm just dabbing it over the black And I am dabbing it in some of the spaces where there were over the first coat, which was the black. So, like I said, it can become a little messy. I ain't worried about it. Don't freak out. Only people that would know that it was an epic fail is you. Someone else made me think, girl, I love it. So how's it looking so far? I don't know if you can see it really good with the lighting, but to me it's looking really, really good thus far. And then I have one more color that I'm going to apply, which is this chamomile, cream color. So I'm just looking back over it to see if I need to go and add some more gold. If you see some spots that you need to go and add some gold to, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Right. So I want to make sure that I have some white peeking through here because those are the colors. Okay, so now, part 3, I'm going to go ahead and apply, I'm going to go ahead and start applying color number 3. I'm going to use this same pan in the corners. I want to play with this paint today. So, I'm going to go ahead and just wipe this off. And go ahead and get a fresh set of gloves. And I'm going to get some new sponges. I'm not going to throw those sponges away in case I need to go back and use them for a touch-up. But so far, I'm liking it. If you can, I don't know if you can see this gold painting up here and what it looks like on camera, but it looks really, really good to me in front of me, especially playing off this black base here on the fireplace and the black lettering that's up there with the black accessories and the picture. It all just flow together in my head, at least. In my head. Woo. Okay, guys. Let's go and get finished, because if I can do this and apply the polyurethane on here, I will. But I'm going to go ahead and start on number 3 so I can get done. But if I'm not able to do it, I would do a video number 2 this afternoon where I would come back and apply, or I do a number 3 after this is over and come back just so I can apply the polyurethane so that you all can see how that application is done. And now I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to tear some of this, because I do want to make sure I'm going to go and tap some of this. And I may not use as much as this cream color. Turn it over and dab it with some of the dab it with the dry side. If you make a mistake, guys, don't freak out. I'm telling you, don't panic. You got to go back in while you're doing this. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You got too much on there. You don't have enough clean space in your thing to dab some of it off. Just put some somewhere else and keep it moving, right? So like I said, there's no wrong or right method to do this. If you're doing something and you think that, oh my God, I did this wrong, just keep working with it. Keep working with it. Don't freak out. Because you can always go back and add more to it if need be. And you see what that's what I'm doing. If I need to go and dab a little more color in there, and you just really just using your imagination and just doing it. If you think you need to put a little more of something here or there to give you the texture or that finish that you're looking for, there's no right or wrong to do this. And when you've done it a few times and you get the hang of it, where it don't freak you out, then you know that you're going in the right direction, right? So you know granite have all kinds of colors in them, right? And sometimes it looks crazy. It looks crazy, but you buy it anyway. You don't look the way you want it to look, but you get it anyway. When I first started doing this, I probably freaked out because I thought I was doing something wrong. But what I learned is just keep doing it, keep working with it, keep, doing what it is that you need to do. You need to add more to it, add more to it. You can't take away, but you can always add to it. So, before I move down to the bottom, that's what I'm going to do. Where's my black? Where's my black sponge? Here you go. Don't freak out. It's the key to a successful project. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. we go. I'm gonna get some of this cream color down here. And just go ahead and dab it. I'm gonna go back to the top. And I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this down here. And then I will assess what I'm missing or what I need to go back and do. I'll go back up there in a minute. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. It'll all work itself out. And I'm gonna have the faux granite that I am, that I want to match my picture and to match what I have in the kitchen. Same colors. So I'm not worried. I'm gonna go ahead and dab some of this on here. Over. Legs are getting tired, so I'm have to sit down and do this. So I'm gonna put some more cream color here. I see it needs to be some there. Don't y'all freak out for me like, oh my God, what in the world is this lady doing? Oh no, I'm on track. I promise you. I'm on track. On track, and I'm going to trying to get it that color. And like I said earlier, okay, it's coming along. So let me put some more of my black. So now I'm finna work with all three colors. All three colors, because now I'm gonna go in and fill in what I feel need to be filled in, or I need to go over, and I'm gonna smooth everything out, and I'm gonna have my faux granite tiles fireplace. So you guys let me know at this juncture what you guys think. I'm just looking over to see what I need to do, where I need to go, what I need to add. And I think I'm going to add some gold. Let's see. Okay, let me go up the top. You all have granite, or you have granite, you know granite is all kinds of colors and shapes and textiles and all of that good stuff. So you know, that it can be very colorful. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go and dab some more of my gold in here. And then I'm going to go and kind of soften it with a dry sponge. Okay, I'm getting there. I promise you, I'm getting there. Getting there. Okay. I'm getting there, guys. So if I have to end this video and come back in, since I'm doing it live with a part 2, so it won't be extremely long, then I think that's what I'm going to do. Go out and come back in with a part 2. Part 2, so that it won't be extremely long. So I don't want the gold to be popping that much, so I'm just covering it a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm through fooling with this at the top. I just want to make sure that I have still want some of my black to peek through. And you just keep, you know, dibber-dabbing with it till you get to what you're trying to achieve or create. And making sure that everything is dried in, blended in. And I'm going to take a seat because my legs are starting to hurt. Okay. I'm just going to keep dabbing until I get what I'm trying to create. Right? And then I just move on. I think I'm liking it. Yeah. I think I am liking this right here. It matches that over there. I may have to go and put just a tad more black in there. What you think, guys? Maybe put a little more tab of black, not too much, but just a little bit so that it can feel like it's all synchronized together, right? Because once I put that polyurethane on it, everything is going to pop and everything is going to be good. So I'm getting them down to where I need to get down to, which is the bottom. I need to put a little more, add maybe a little more black. So I want that color to be, I know it's not going to be exactly like I have in my kitchen, but these are the colors, and it's going to be almost, if not exactly like I have in the kitchen. So I'm going to be done with that up there. I'm liking it. I'm liking it thus far. I'm gonna have to. So I did start with the black. The first coat that I put was black, and I'm just working my way back around. I know the method seemed mad. It seemed like, girl, no, I promise you that's a method to this madness. And it's working the way that I want it to work. It's coming together. May not see it now, but it's coming together. It's coming together. This right here, I love that right there. I may have to put just a teeny tiny more at the top of that, but thus far, it's giving me what I want. And like I say, you know, if you have granite, the patterns are, you know, all kinds of which ways, and you just keep doing it and keep perfecting your craft. Don't give up, don't quit, don't cave in, don't get discouraged. If you like it, everybody is going to love it, I promise you. So don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. And this one tube that I have is going to be enough. I will not go back and get enough. I'm going to make everything that I have work. That's how you do this. So let me go ahead and complete this. And it may take you some time, you know. You have to keep dibbling, dabbing here and dab there, you know, to get the exact look that you're going for. But just don't give up. Don't give up. Don't quit. Don't think that you made an epic fail or mistake. Only you know what you're trying to create, and you know what you want your end results to be. So no one knows that, right? But you. You're the only one that knows if this was the look you was going for, or if it was an epic fail. And I know it looks probably a little strange because of all this lighting, but trust me, it's all good.
Wow.
You like it?
Yeah, Mommy. Can I put this sponge on the thing like you doing?
No, Jess, you can't do anything until I'm done, okay?
Okay.
She always want to do everything that I'm doing. And she has her own area that we created outside for her to do her awesome craft. So she is used to this. She does her own awesome craft. We built her a play area outside with a table and extended patio to make her an area just for her. So she loves awesome craft. She loves doing anything she see me doing. She's going to want to do it. So that's why we made her own area so that she can, you know, tap into her creative, artistic side. So I'm liking this, guys, so far. I don't know what it looks like out there, but I'm not done yet, but I'm liking it thus far. I'm going back over it just a little bit with some gold over that black. Just tapping a little bit on that black. But I'm liking it thus far. I'm also going back with some cream as well. Some of this cream color. Just so that it can all look uniform to me. It can all look the way that I want it to look. So you see that I'm just going, child. You see that I'm not even worried about it. Because I know that it's going to come out at the end the way that I want it to. And I know that that's no perfect scheme that I'm trying to do. I just want to apply all the colors that I have and make it, you know, what I want it to be or to look like at the end of the day. So, you know what I mean? I know I said I was going to leave this part alone. Let me put a little more gold over there. I know I said I was going to do that. But you just dabbing, you know, just going in. If you see that you want to go in and, you know, redo something or add a little more to it, then go ahead. I've never had, I've had real granite before, and this, you know, it was what it was. You know, I was like, I spent all this money on this stuff, and that's when I started researching how to do faux granite myself. It didn't look no better than what I had paid money for when we first moved in here. Is, you know, wanting to get all the expensive stuff and, you know, all of that. So, you know, I decided to look up and see what people were doing and try to mimic it and do it myself. And I've been doing it now for a couple of years. I didn't even freak out the very first time that I did it because I knew, you know, that there was I was just doing it. I didn't have no certain skill, trait, or experience, but I just knew that I like doing home decor. I like messing around with stuff and creating stuff, and if I messed up, I knew that I could always go back and do it over. So I never had any type of, oh my God, I messed up, or, you know, felt some type of way, because I knew I could always go back in, do it over, or paint over it, or whatever. But like I said, no one's going to know if you made it, if it failed, but you. You're the only one that's going to know that it's, you know, hey, this is not quite what I wanted. Nobody's going to know that unless you tell them. So I am getting there. I am almost done. I am going to go ahead and apply my polyurethane. I know this video is a little long, but just watch the part that you want to watch, and, you know, come back and see the finished product. And I do a reveal tomorrow when everything has had a chance to sit, and I put all of my decorations back in place and show you what it looks like, and, you know, afterwards and all that stuff. So yeah. So like I said, I am liking it thus far. And I know when I put that polyurethane on it, that it's going to give it a pop, and it's going to give it a different outlook when you apply the polyurethane to it. But you know, granite has no perfect shapes or, you know, anything to it. It's just all over the place. And that's what I love about granite. It's no certain, to me, no certain scheme in it. It's just all over the place. So, if one color is more than what you want in that particular spot, go over it. Go over with the color that you want there. And apply the color that you want to see there. If that's not the color you want, go and apply the color that you want there. Just go over it. But I'm loving it because it matches my picture, my color scheme in the home. What you doing, Judge? And I'm good with it. be a little too much gold here. I want the gold to peek through, but I don't want it to be so overwhelming. I like gold, but I don't like gold that much. So I don't want it to be too overwhelming. I just want it to peek through like a peekaboo. I don't want it to be too overwhelming. So I don't know how long I've been on here for, but let me just go and just add some more color, some black to this. Then I'm looking back and seeing that some other places are darker, and I want to make sure that I have that contrast. Yeah. Just want to go, just dab over some of those color areas where I want it to be just a little more darker. So I'm gonna have to stand back, get back on my knees for this. But I can't do it without my cushion because this floor is not comfortable to me. Me standing back looking at it, I just saw some spots that I wanted to add a little more black to it. Get a little more darker. So once you see the kitchen counter, you'll be like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see where you're going. Okay, I get it. And the kitchen looks just as messy as this, but I'm telling you, when people see it, they think it's granite. They all ask me, and I'm not joking, where did you get that from? They like the color because when they see the granite, these colors, and they see the pictures, they think that I purposely went and found granite to match the pictures. And I did not. I did it myself. I did not. Like I said, I like the gold, but I just want the gold to be like a peekaboo. I don't want it to be the focal. I want it to just peek through the other colors. I don't want it to be the main focal. I don't like gold to peek through like that. I just want it to have a little peek through. You know what I mean? So. And I'm just going back over some spots that I want to fill in and to make maybe a little darker. And then if I want to go and put a lot of color on top of that, then you can, which is maybe use your sponge. Use your dry sponge rather. If you don't want that color, like I said, to me, there's no, I know people may disagree with that, like, girl, but no, there's no perfect way to do granite to me. Okay, you see that? So yeah, I'm getting there, guys. I am getting there. So I'm just going back over this in certain spots. Now with the gold. I don't know, you see, I just thought you said you don't like gold like that. Nah, I don't. But I'm just adding some on top to just make sure everything has a synchronicity, a contrast, if that makes sense. So, yeah. And this gold is not going to be as obvious as, you're going to see it, but it's not going to be blatantly obvious like the others. Right? So, I'm almost done because I'm almost out of gold. But I'm just going over certain spots. And like I said, when I pop it with that polyurethane, you all gonna be like, girl, I see what you was trying to do. Ain't nobody tripping. We like it. Girl, we like your little faux fireplace. Your faux fireplace, we like it. So y'all see it, right? Gold, I am expecting to come into some money. So I am putting gold because I want some money. I want lots of it. Prosperity. So I can say that I'm putting gold in because I'm expecting to receive an inheritance of some sort. Yeah. Okay, guys. This is for real. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. And I bet you soon my mom and my mother-in-law come on, they'll be like, girl, I like it. They like everything that I do, I swear. They like everything I do. Now maybe they just appeasing me or whatever, but my mom, I got decorated for my mom. She has a great sense of style and decor. Ever since I was a little girl, she's always been, she has a great sense of decorating, putting things together. My mother-in-law is very artistic, very crafty. She knows how to put some stuff together. She knows how to make some stuff work by blending different fabric. That looks good, y'all. Y'all can't tell me nothing. So she knows how to do that. She's really good at that. You go to her home, and her home is absolutely beautiful with decor and stuff that she has put together. It looks really, really good. So I'm just gonna go over some of these corners because I want these corners to be black. I definitely want the corners to be black. That's gonna make a difference. I definitely want the edges to be black. I don't want, it to be any other color, but I don't want the gold. I want the black. I want the edges to be black. Right. So let me just go in there and work with that. Definitely want the edges to be black. I'm just going to do a little dab with you. I know I've probably been on this line for a minute. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. Just give you girl a like for the effort. But I like it, I like it. So it's going to be like this for a minute. I like it. I'm just trying to go ahead and get these corners because I definitely want these corners to be black. I do not want the corners to be nothing but black to mimic this border. So, if I can't do it with that, I get my dandy little brush, and I'm gonna go in there. And I'm not worried about that because I can go back there and wipe that off, that paint. I can wipe that off with water. But see what I'm saying? I definitely want these corners to be black. I do not want it to be all of those colors. Well, I mean, it can be all those colors, but I definitely want it. I definitely want that black in there. To me, that's gonna make a big difference. And it got to be perfect, but definitely got to be black. Chris, who's over there, Jazz? Look under the sink and give me my black pan. It's a black paint pan under the kitchen cabinet where you are. It's black. Y'all see what I'm saying about how I want these corners and these edges up in here to be black? No, not, I didn't say trash bag, I said the black rolling paint. You see a black paint pan in there? It look like this white one, but it's black. Black, not blue. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Make sure these little crevices and everything is black. I don't, yeah. See it, baby? And if you got to go back over something 2 or 3, 4 times, no, you see how this is white? It's a black one under the sink. It's really small. Okay. You see what I'm saying, guys? Now y'all looking at this, y'all know this look good. Baby, I'm gonna step away for a second because she's not getting what I want her to get. And I need to go get it so I can go ahead and finish this. Just bring me some white paper, bring me some paper towels, wet paper towels. I'm liking it. Oh, let me just, it's a little lighter on this side than it is on the other side. So I do want it to be. Did you wet it?
Yeah, wet. My hands are wet, so that means it's wet.
6-year-old. She's where she ate. Okay, guys. I think I'm liking it. No, I don't think I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Let me go and just clean up something that I think I need to clean up. Okay. I know y'all say, once you leave this stuff alone and go on to the next page. I heard y'all. I heard y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the next phase. Let me go get my roller because I'm straight with that. So, whoo, child, I gotta get up. So yeah, I like it. I am liking it a lot. So guys, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. How long has I been on here? An hour and 25 minutes. So let me go ahead and do the thing. So hold on 1 second, guys. I need to get my roller brush. So guys, I got my roller brush. I think I'm good to go ahead and put this polyurethane on the paint. I am liking what I've done thus far. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the polyurethane on so that I can go ahead and wrap this up. You see that I have a grave mess down here. What is my polyurethane? Okay, here's my polyurethane right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. So you guys be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you liked it so far. If you like what I've done, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for your support. So now with this, I am going to use gloves because the polyurethane will stain your hand. I definitely don't want this sticking to my hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some fresh gloves on and go ahead and conclude this by putting on. So that concludes it, guys. So I'm really, satisfied with what I've done thus far. I just got to go and clean up some nips and tucks that I did on the white part. And when this is dry, just go and wipe it off, and tomorrow I will bring the whole entire thing together to show you guys. But if you're coming in on the playback, give the video a thumbs up, like and share and subscribe. You will see how it all comes together. But this is the end right here. I'm going to go ahead and add my polyurethane onto it. I'm going to go ahead and paint that. I'm going to put, you don't need but a little bit to start. You don't need a whole lot of this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. Put on my gloves. Make sure you put on some gloves when you're working with this polyurethane. I have my roller. I'm going to start at the top, and then so you can see how easy it is, and to put this on. You start at the top. And this is what's going to make everything pop.
Someone's at your door.
To seal all of this paint that I had and give it that final look, that granite look that I was going for. And like I said, there's no perfect way to do this. You just do it however it is that you feel like you want to do it. Whatever, style that you're trying to create, that's on you. And you can see now, I don't know if you can see how glossy that is. But that polyurethane adds adds that coating on here, and it looks really, really good. So I'm just going to give it one coating, and then off camera, I would give it a second coating, and tomorrow I will come back and I will share with you all how this looks, right? And I can put that paint in there because that paint is basically dry. It is dry. This is, it don't take that paint long to dry at all. But you are going to need some type of roll brush to do this and make sure that you got everything coated, painted, and you just want a thin layer. You don't need a whole lot on your first go round. Just applying it on there. Now you may have to get a brush to go into the crevices, the corners. But yeah, guys, thus far I am definitely liking this. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get in my corners with my brush. And I can use that same brush that I used earlier. It's okay if you use that same brush. It's not going to hurt anything. Let me go ahead and get the top. Like I said, it could take you an hour, maybe anywhere from an hour, 2 hours. If you're doing one color, making your faux granite, creating a faux granite, then it don't take you that long. But if you're using several colors like I did, I used 3 colors, then just prepare to, it's going to take you a minute because you're trying to decide which direction you're going to go in, what you're trying to do, what you're trying to recreate. So it may take you, a couple of hours to get, the look that you're going for. But like I said, don't freak out, guys. You can always, if it's not what you want, the end result is not what you want, you can always do it over. You can always do it over, right? So don't freak out. But you definitely want to need a roller brush at the end of this, so you can get an even coat of this polyurethane. If you want to wear a mask, you can. I've never worn a mask in all the time that I've done it. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I've never had to wear a mask, or I don't wear a mask. But if you want to, it's not filmy. So I want to see if I can get this camera down a little lower so you guys can see this. I'm just going to drop down just a little lower. You guys can see what I'm doing. And maybe I would turn this light down a little bit so you all can see what it looks like change the color setting and see if that helps you all get a better look of what I'm doing, of what it looks like now. So this is what I'm working with, and that looks really, really, really good. Like I said, especially when you see the home decor, the furniture and the picture that I have above this is the exact same color, the exact same color of my goddess that I have above the fireplace. So I knew it looked a little different, or it looked scary and all that lighting, but I just needed that light so that I could see while I'm recording. But you guys can see how it looks with the lights, you know, dimmed or at that setting. So yeah, I am loving it. I wasn't scared like you all were scared for me. I was not scared. I was not freaking out because I've done this so many times in my kitchen. So I was straight. So now put a little bit there, and this is absolutely gonna have to dry before you put a second coating on it. It's absolutely gonna have to dry for about 2 hours. I'm just putting on some good layers. I don't know if I will put on a second coating when I'm in the kitchen. I did because that's a countertop and I use it to cook, and I want to make sure if I put anything hot on there that it's not going to, wilt my granite. And it has never, I've set hot things on it before and I've never had a problem. Never. So yeah guys, as you can see, I have completely did the whole perimeter around the fireplace, the tiles, and I can see just standing backwards, standing off, how I need to, right here, maybe go over it. That's probably because I went over it with a dry. You don't have to go over it again with a dry roller, because you just want it to dry. You want it to dry evenly. And I don't want it to be looking crazy when it dries. So I want to make sure that I'm going in the direction that I want it to go in. You know what I mean? So yeah, you'll be all over the place, especially if you are doing something on the floor like I'm doing. Your butt will be all over the place, all in the camera. Body be all over the place. So you just be on the floor doing your thing. So guys, yeah, that concludes this portion. I didn't mean to be on this long, but I am thoroughly satisfied with what I have done today. Let me move this light so you all can see what that looks like on the floor, on the perimeter right here, and the base. So let me just see if I can show you the whole perimeter. That's that end, that's that end, and that's the top. And once everything, I'm not going to go over a second time. I don't think I'm going to do a second coating because this is a fireplace. Again, if I was doing it in the kitchen on a countertop, I would definitely do at least 2 coats because I knew I would put in something hot on it or using it, as you do your kitchen stuff. So I'm cool with this. I'm saying right now I'm not going to do a second coating, but I may come back and do a second coating depending on how it looks when it's dry. If I see any spots that, I think that I didn't get really well with the rollers, I'll go back and do it. And yeah, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. How to do, or how to create a faux, let's see, how to create a faux granite fireplace on a $25 budget. All the supplies that I used was a little bit under $25 with the polyurethane, with the brushes, with the paint, and with the primer was a little bit about $23, $24, but it's under $25. So I really absolutely love the look, the finished look. I just put on the last coating, the last step, which was applying the polyurethane to the tile. And as I'm just go up just a little bit so you can see if I can get her in. See, that's the picture that is above the fireplace. And you can see that she matches, she's the same colors that are in my picture. I mean, that's mimicking the fireplace. You can see those same colors? The exact same colors. And let me see if I can turn it around this way, and you can see my other goddesses that's on that side of the wall that has those same colors, the golds, the blacks, and the cream color. So that's what I was going for, you can see. And I will put everything back together. So I will do a full video tomorrow on everything.
Hello, Moto.
I don't know who it is. I will put everything together tomorrow so that you all can see the end results. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for spending your time and your energy here with me today on Glowing Up with Goddess of Color. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So yeah, guys, remember to always protect your energy with love and light. This is Goddess of Color, and I will see you guys in the final result preview. Peace and love. Got this stuff on my hands. I gotta get this paint off my hands.